making it home. Where everybody at? Where is everybody at? Hey, pink horns. I know today has been a somewhat. I know today has been somewhat a sad day. They put Mama Holla to rest today. And I'm just wondering, did everybody tune in? Because I put up a few videos, where you guys can chime in and see a little bit of services. They say it wasn't supposed to be live streamed, and they see it at the mortuary, allegedly. They say that the funeral services for Mama Holla was not supposed to be live streamed, and nobody was supposed to see it, but they say that the funeral home purposely had big cameras set up all over the place and live stream the services for Mama Holla. And so I was able to recap and get some of it. I couldn't do the whole content because I didn't want my video pulled down, but it was a nice service, y'all. It was a nice service. I thought that maybe it would have been, more flowers sent in than what it was. But I guess people figured, they had sent their GoFundMe, so they didn't, send a lot of flowers in. But in all, it was a nice service. And her casket, it was beautiful. And I know people around the world was watching it. I know people around the world was watching it. Anytime you make the news, a content creator, you make the news, and she is truly, truly, truly going to be missed. And I thank God because it was, quite a few content creators that had enough respect that they didn't come on here with all that drama today and made this day about Mama Holla. And I don't know how they gonna do they spectrum now. I don't know how they gonna do it now. I know Janice got hers figured out, but without Mama Holla being on there, that's a big that was a big part of their channel. And I just pray that they're able to continue on with it. Y'all wasn't Kyle Sharp. He was sharp. He was sharp as a tack. Yeah, he was. But now the family can sit down and decide what they are going to do, and how they're gonna carry out things. And I just pray that everything work in their favor. And the sad thing about it is still negative stuff that's coming out about this family. And I don't know. I don't know why, because everybody was a part of her production. So I just, I guess people feel the way they feel. You're going to think how they think. And you cannot change the mindset of people, but it's still a lot of angry people. And I know it's going to be a lot of backlash. Um, when it comes to how she was put away, and people gonna think that it should have been bigger and better and more flowers and this and that and stuff, because I heard in the background with people, content creators talking, saying, that people are taking flowers off of her casket. But ain't that what we do to remember our loved ones by? Ain't that what we do?
To all survive. Men and always do. New age people. I'll take my cigarettes. I got
This
something tonight,
day
man.
was Mama Holla's day.
Mm, nobody's there.
She have done what we all yet have to do. Now I guess they gonna start showing stuff that was happening behind the scenes that we never saw. But
That's
really, I really don't even care to see it.
you really. I,
Everybody getting ready tonight for church Sunday, tomorrow. You getting ready tonight? Everybody getting ready tonight. I got to go and get my grandkids stuff ready. I haven't been seeing Cat on here. I haven't been seeing Aaliyah on here. I haven't been seeing Jay's My Ride or Dies. Where y'all at? Y'all done left me?
man, I'm right here. I got it.
Where's my pink hearts? Like the five heartbeats say, is there a house? Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. I'm getting everything out the car so I can lock it up.
You want me to shut this?
Yeah, you can shut that. Thank you.
Please.
That's my client. Y'all, I got to roll my windows up because somebody broke in my car the other night. Who I got up in here? Who in the bushes? I'll be in the house in a minute, y'all.
Yeah, you give me a rush that pack.
Oh, you going the wrong way.
What?
You going the wrong way. It's back the other way.
It's right back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that coat fit you good. Where is my pink hearts at? Y'all ain't getting y'all notifications? What's going on? Or is everybody out having a party at the club? If you at the club tonight, don't forget about Jesus tomorrow. Hi, it's your girl. Y'all, I want y'all to know I'm so happy today. I got back monetized on Facebook today. Y'all know I had lost my page because somebody struck my page or something. And today, everything came back up for me. My stars, my live streams, my reels. Oh, I'm getting ready to go hard. My subscriptions, my badges, and God knows everything. And I thank God because I'm getting ready to have this surgery, and I wanted to take y'all on the journey with me when I have my surgery, so I won't be working and I won't have nothing to do. So I'll be keeping y'all company, and y'all be keeping me company. Y'all gonna see a lot of me. I'll go to the doctor on the 31st. My condolences to her family. I know this is hard on her family. It hurts. Becomes Mac. What is it? Over him. It never gets easier. January 31st will be a year that my mother passed. Oh, how you spell your, how you, oh, Terrell, free some more. Do I know you? My condolences to, my maiden name is Moore. Who is this?
Is that everything? I guess.
Who is this? My maiden name is Moore.
I don't know who you are.
Is this one of my cousins?
Yeah, you see, that's
It's
me.
pronounced Tyra. I was on one of your lives before. Was Oh, Moore was your ex-husband name. Okay. If you just locked it.
Okay, you see.
How you doing?
You got my cigarette so I can have something to eat.
Terrell, how you doing?
I have something to do later. We get
Um,
tools and
oh, Tiara. Okay, I remember I had problems pronouncing it last time. Hey.
you can get TV on.
Yeah, it was I know it was a sad day for the family, and now what people don't understand. You well? Thank God. And the 31st is the anniversary, huh? Oh Lord, I'll be praying for you. I will definitely be praying for you. Everybody had that issue pronouncing your first name. It is because you once you break it down though, then you be like, okay, I should have been able to pronounce that. Oh, I will be praying for you. January 31st will be a year. Oh, that is so fresh. A year ain't no time because um I know individuals that family members that I was so close to that's been gone for years. And it still seemed like yesterday. That's TDJ's. When I need encouragement, I turn him on. Everyone has that issue pronouncing. Yeah, I listen to TD Jakes when I'm feeling down and out and need encouragement. And it's something about that man that it just lifts my spirit and it brings everything together. And I don't know. But what the family don't realize is this this is easy. What's gonna be hard? What's gonna be hard is going to that house, packing her stuff up, and moving all her stuff out that house, and going one day by day, and realizing she's not there anymore. That's the hard part. Coming to acceptance of her not being there anymore, because she is something to miss. The whole YouTube gonna miss her. The world gonna miss her. We have to stay in prayer. This world is very wicked. My father has been gone for 46 years, and this year will make 47. I was 3 when he passed. It's going to be extremely hard for them. Yes, it is. Extremely hard. It's going to be very hard for them. I'm trying to fix this camera. It's going to be so hard. My dad has been gone for 5 years now, and I was a daddy's girl. And Lord knows I love that man to death. Do you hear me, Tierra? I love Mitchell Mo. I just wish I could get a phone call from him saying, baby, how you doing? He understood me, it seemed like, when nobody else did. And when I hear that song, he saw the best in me, I think about my daddy. Because my daddy saw the best in me when everyone else around me, hallelujah, could see nothing but the worst in me. He didn't judge me. He just had good things to say about me. And he had good advice. Yes, Bruce. Oh, you need the TV on. It's my client. He likes Donna Summers.
Yeah, I got my cigarettes for tonight. I let you
And you know that's all for tonight, right?
Beyonce.
You want to watch Beyonce?
Yeah, you can leave this on, yeah. If you can.
Oh, you want to see Beyonce groove and cross the stage, half naked with no clothes on? Girl, my daddy seen the best in me. And his girl, Bridget. You couldn't tell my daddy nothing about me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's getting a little bit tougher.
I got some grapes in here, Bruce. Want some grapes?
Nah, dude, can you leave them there? I'm gonna have them later on.
I know you gonna eat them. You want a snack?
My hearing's getting a little bit.
But yeah, it's now that they put her to rest, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, I went by Burger King and got me one of these Impossible Burgers. They're supposed to be veggie burgers. I don't believe it because they too good not to be me. I'm going to start being more consistent. I'm going to start being more consistent with coming on. And my son just got monetized on Facebook. So we finna start doing a lot of skits because me and him work very well together. My son is such a good son. I thank God for him. God blessed me with some good kids. Not saying I didn't have no problems out of them, but God blessed me with some good, respectful kids. And I just thank God for that. Ooh, let me get out of here with this music. I do not own the rights to this music that y'all hear behind me. Yeah, I just thank God that He blessed me with some good kids. But what did y'all do today? And I guess during my surgery, when I'm laid up here in this bed, I can learn a little bit more about my subscribers and y'all. I can get more personal with y'all and get to know y'all better. Cause I'm gonna be laid up here with a neck brace on. I'm scared too, y'all. But I'm trusting God. I have a bone in my neck that's pushing against my spine, and they told me that they are gonna have to remove that bone and put a cadaver bone off in there because it can eventually cause me to be paralyzed if they don't do it. And so I get a lot of nerve pain when I'm walking, and they say I can move the wrong way or pick up something and it would cause me to be paralyzed. And mm-mm, I know the devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him. I know that. Oh, you been on the phone registering for psychology class at the girl, me and you on the same page. I had to go over my daughter-in-law's house so she can do my recertification for my license for Medicaid, because it's time for all the providers to recertify. I need you up here with me so I can have you on my form as a psychologist. Shoot. Yeah, I pray that because it's so many ways. I thank God. And I believe it's gonna be a successful surgery. You are MD. Girl, I got somebody important on my page. Well, all y'all important. But that's what I'm saying, where I can get to know more about you guys, the pre-cards. Oh, you say you meant you in Maryland. Well, that's okay too. Maybe we speaking something into existence. You know the Bible said you can speak things into existence. Maybe that was said for a reason. You never know. You might be looking at going one way and God looking at taking you a whole different direction. I tell you, but yeah, I'm putting my whole body, soul, and mind into the hands of God because it ain't nothing but one thing. What you say, yeah, it's all up from here. And that I pray it's all up from here. Ain't but one thing got to go wrong, and they do one wrong thing, but I'm not thinking on that level because I already know I serve a God that's going to take care of me. And I'm going to come up out of this just fine, but I want to take y'all on the journey with me. On the 31st is my appointment, and we're going to schedule my surgery date on the 31st. And like you say, it's all up from there. I never knew nerve pain could be so painful. But see, I worked for the state for so many years and doing takedowns and restraining people and individuals, and all of that worked against me. What you say? He's brought me and my family out of homelessness and out of the brink of death 4 times. I know what he can do and will do for his children. Tell me about it. And that's the thing, when you know what he can do and what he will do, because he done proved himself to you so many times on so many different levels until it's impossible for you not to trust him and not to believe in him. Because I know where he brought me from. The Bible said, let the words of your testimony, girl, speak for you. And you got a testimony. And like you say, it's all uphill from here. And the thing you got to know, God didn't bring you through them things for nothing. And it's somebody else that is in our circle that need to hear this and need to hear your testimony, because y'all gonna hear mine from my book. A lot of people be asking me, are you a pastor? Are you a pastor? No, I'm not a pastor. The name of my book that I'm writing is Underground World of a Pastor and First Lady. Writing a book, what happens behind the scenes that people don't even know about and realize that first ladies go through, and they look at it and think it's a glamorous life when it's not, and thinking that the first lady's position is sitting, I tell everybody, in a big nice chair in the church with a big hat on with fruit on it and a big suit. No, before it's all over said and done with, your position is going to be on your knees praying for your husband, that's that pastor, that the devil is trying to use every trick off in his bag of tricks to bring him down. Because if he can bring the leader down, then it ain't hard for him to work on the flock, on the sheep. And the crazy thing about it, Sunday, my brother was preaching on, the Bible speaks about the goat in these last days and time, and was talking about how everybody is fighting for the position of being the goat. And the thing about it, a goat is someone that is in the forefront, that leads everybody else, whether it's in the right direction or the wrong direction. But the Bible don't speak well of a goat. But nobody wants to be the sheep. Nobody wants to be a follower. Everybody wants to be a leader, and it's nothing wrong with being a leader. But anytime you fighting for this GOAT position to the point where you cut one another down, trying to harm one another and stuff like that, it's not of God. It's not a good thing. But the GOAT, oh Lord, don't let me go there with y'all. I got to have another night to get biblical with y'all when we talk about the GOAT. So those of you that's on YouTube that's trying to be the GOAT, you better know what you're trying to be, because the GOAT got to sacrifice others at any cost, whatever it may be. And it's a sacrificial offering. You hear what I'm saying? A whole lot comes behind if this thing go, and people just throwing it out there, the word goat out there like it's nothing. Look up the definition of goat before we start trying to be something, asking to be something. We better know what we asking for, what we doing. And then it goes into talking about satanic and cult groups and stuff like that, and sacrificial. And the thing about it, we living in the year of skulls and bones. Look that up. Did y'all see Nelly's video? They've been posting all over the internet saying allegedly he was throwing up the sign of the devil, allegedly the devil's horns, and how his eyes was rolling into the back of his head. Well, they got that video up on YouTube, and it is, I mean, it freaked me out when I seen it. Some people said that it was because he was drinking, allegedly. Some people say because he was on drugs, allegedly. I don't know what it was, but it just, the aura and stuff behind it. But we living in a year where the devil is tired of hiding his face, and these demons is tired of hiding their face, and we gonna start seeing more and more of it show up, especially on social media, where people is coming together in these groups and coming against one another, and to harm, to bring harm to one another. And we just got to pray, because that ain't what it's all about, y'all. People is fighting for a position that they don't even need to fight for. All they need to do is work for it. But we living in the year, the internet will tell you skull and bones. And skull and bones means sacrifice and death. And it's really scary. And the thing about it, the Bible speaks about the same thing. That's why the Bible said we got to watch and we got to pray. Your children, start monitoring what your children is watching, because they sneaking it off into the cartoons, they sneaking it off into the videos. And I never seen so many people that's in high places that's getting involved in this. You gonna start seeing a lot of people with shirts and clothing on with the skull and the gold and the X and stuff like that. And what we as a people need to do, and we have a responsibility to our children, to start looking this stuff up and see what it means. When you go shopping for your little kids because it look cute, look at that picture on that shirt and see if it's any kind of hidden anything in there because it's a way of hiding stuff off in designs. I don't want to go too far off into all of that because just got my page up and going. But we gonna talk about it, y'all. But go on the internet and look at Skull and Bone. Women being out late at night. Do not be out late at night by yourself. All this sacrifice stuff going on and stuff like that. Do what you got to do in the daytime because it's just not safe anymore. Your children and stuff, know where your children are, who they with. Get to know these parents that you letting your children go over to their houses. I never seen so much stuff that's coming out about preachers and stuff like that in my life. Did y'all see what's going on with L.A. Reid? I don't even want to say his name. One of the biggest content creators on YouTube. Miss K, Tasha K is going after him. She ain't holding back on nothing. Folks is coming back with stuff that happened 15 years ago. Digging stuff up. And you know what? If you look at it, Tierra, all this stuff started when they started doxing folks and putting their information out there. I didn't even know what this doxing and stuff like that meant. But then it went from putting people's private information out there to calling their jobs. Went from that to threatening to come to folks' houses and being strapped and going to buy hardware to deal with situations and stuff like that. I mean, it's crazy. And now you just got to watch what you say on these pages. And but you know what? I know God got my back. And I can visit any page I want to. But the thing about it is some pages I just cannot sit back and look at because it's so demonic and so much cussing and so much hate. I mean, just not liking each other for no apparent reason. It seemed like the negativity is outweighing the good, and I know why that is. Cause the devil know he in his last stage and his last day, and he trying to get as many souls as he can get. And if God has ever been good to you, those of you that's in the bushes too, and ever done anything for you and showed up for you, just know if he haven't, he can. And he gonna do it at his appointed time. And know that he is real. And ain't nothing fake about him. And that's the devil's goal, to try to make us doubt God and make us think there is no God and play off into his spectrum. And when I heard somebody say, "This is my mother's spectrum," I was like, oh my God, this really didn't got deep. And she the goat now. And LA ain't the goat no more. And I'm like, they are taking this thing so serious too. the point of, I mean, what's next? Putting your clips on the couch beside you, letting folks know what you got if you roll up. It's sad. It is sad. And that psychology class that you enrolling in, Tierra, oh, you gonna have a whole lot of clients, cause a whole lot of people need that class, honey. They need that class as we speak. It's so many mind games going on now, and so many people is being influenced and mentally and looking for something to believe in, because if you don't believe in something, it's an old saying, you gonna fall for anything. Oh, and I posted when I posted the video about Mama Holla's services. Did y'all see when I posted that clip? Remember what the old people used to say? Now, Mama Holla was big time on the YouTube internet. And the old people used to say, because I know my grandmother could look at you and tell when you was pregnant, look at you can tell and tell you that if you leave this house tonight, you ain't coming back. Don't go. I mean, she just had that sense where she could tell you anything. And she used to say, even other older women, that if you are at a funeral service and any flowers fall off of that casket or off of the wreath, then it's gonna be some more coming behind it. And I posted on there, if you go look at the video, that after everybody had walked away but one lady, off the back of Mama Holla's casket, first one flower fell off. And I seen the wind blowing a little bit, and the wind stopped blowing. Then all of a sudden, two more flowers just dropped down to the ground. And I've been praying ever since that in this spectrum of YouTube, that we don't lose two to three more people that's well known. I got the eeriest feeling that came over me. Y'all go and look. I posted it. And when after my grandmama told me, because you know they always say that you go in three, and it ain't got to be in her family. But the YouTube, that whole section, I was her family. That was her family. We are her family because we watched her, and we look forward to watching her. Don't be surprised. Mark my words. This day, the day that they put Mama Holla away, them flowers that fell off the back of that casket, and I ain't gonna say no more. Just start praying. These people that's acting a fool and acting crazy on this YouTube channel, God, Jesus, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. And the thing about it, and I don't call myself a prophet, but I see things before they happen, and God gives me a lot of things. But like I said, allegedly, the old folks used to say this, and I know whatever my grandma said, it came to pass. And I know a lot of y'all done heard the same thing. And just look at how them other two flowers just walked off in the back, and everybody that walked away. So we need to start praying for our YouTube family, and especially our section and the people that we watch, because it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. That's what they used to say. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. And when I seen it, I was like, Lord, why did I have to see this? Why did I have to see this? But y'all said, baby, you was right. You was right. And I don't deal in no whole lot and all that kind of stuff that voodoo, all that kind of stuff. I was born and raised in non-denomination, Church of God in Christ. My grandmother was a mother of the church, a usher, and she just knew things. She had 19 years, and she foreseen every one of their death and told not to go somewhere and not to do something. And they did it anyway. I sit up and watch her one night, tell my conscience, don't go over to that woman's house, because if you go over to her house, they're going to call me to identify you, baby. And my Uncle Ray was only, he was the baby of the family, he was only 19 years old, because I was 19, I was pregnant with my daughter. And lo and behold, he called himself down over there, said he was going to see his mom, and she was asking, she just be been back and called his mom, he's going to visit the Lord, and they called her out the phone. And she didn't get all plans to cook everything, she already knew. And we were already there waiting on him to bring him downstairs. And when they finally brought him downstairs, his cologne was so strong, y'all. I was pregnant with my first daughter. I could still smell it to this day. And he was on one side of the fence, the coin was on the other side of the fence with him. Oh my God, please don't tell me they done turned off my live because of that music in the living room. Tell me if y'all can hear me. I'll be right back. Just a minute. Could you text me, see if you can hear me? Can you hear? Can y'all hear me now? Oh, okay. Yes, my grandmother, they called her from church. I'm telling you, I had a grandmama that knew everything. Just knew everything. How do I get this thing for being so close up to my face? Just knew everything. Couldn't keep nothing from her. And she predict every one of her children's death. Every time somebody in the family was pregnant, she knew it. So you couldn't sneak and do nothing, because she would already know it. But they called her from church, and she had told my uncle, don't go back up them stairs, else they was gonna be carrying him down, and she was gonna have to identify him. And I remember sitting in a truck for like 4 hours waiting on them to bring him downstairs, and my grandmama stood outside. She said, I'm waiting on them to bring my baby down. Then shed a tear. And oh don't leave me. My client is calling me. Don't leave me. What happened? I think someone got to go your son. Chocolate is here, y'all. They had to bring chocolate, y'all. Chocolate is here in the house. And when they brung him down, everything happened just like she said it was going to happen. They brought him down in that body bag. And she was on the other side of the fence, and I'll never forget it. I was 19 years old. And they unzipped it, and they only could show half of his face because the other half was gone. And it was, close my door. It was 5 people in the house, but nobody seems to know who did it. And they said that it was some people that came in there to rob them because, they was into sales at that time. And she looked at him and she talked to him as if he was still alive. And she said, baby, mama told you not to go back up them stairs. I don't know why his hat is flipping over. She said, Mama told you not to go back up them stairs, that they was going to be carrying you down. Now, she had told him this 2 days prior to it happening. She said, and here we stand. That was the saddest thing, y'all. Oh, Lord, that was the saddest thing. And my grandfather, he didn't go over because he couldn't take it. And my grandfather was never the same after that because he was the baby. My cousin, my Uncle Ray was the baby. And at the funeral services, my grandmama shouted like she was shouting her way into heaven. And that very service, 2 flowers. Oh, yeah, but she never would show her hurt. As a mother, I know that hurt her. Yeah, but you know what? God showed her things before she before it happened. Now, my grandmother, she taught and she had the pictures to show it. She had twins. She had 22 kids altogether. But she had twins, and one of the twins was born with 2 gold teeth in her mouth. I would not lie to you, and my grandmama got the pictures to show it. And when she brought her home from the hospital, she could sit up like a normal baby, just sit up. While my auntie Anna was still in that baby stage. And the thing about my auntie Anna, my auntie Anna, that was the twin of the one that was born with 2 gold teeth. She been in church all her life, never ever went out to the street. I mean, just different. My auntie Anna is. And that's how she raised her kids to be. But back to them flowers that fell off of Grandma Holla's casket. At my uncle's funeral, 2 flowers fell to the floor. And after the funeral, my grandmama told us, get ready, prepare yourself, because we getting that ready to have 2 more to leave here. You think it didn't happen? It sure did. What's that? 2 more shortly after that, about less than a year after that, about 6 months, she lost a son. And then a year had passed, and my grandfather, no, was it another son or my grandfather? Somebody else in the family had passed. But if my grandmama told you something, you could get the calendar out, baby, and you can mark it. And I told my mom, I believe that's where I get some of mine from, because I was at a point one time where I seen so much before it even took place. You know how you say that deja vu? And like I've been here before, or I seen this before. Yeah, yes, she said that. She said she was born with a veil over her face. She told us she was born with a veil. My grandmother sure was. Sure was. Girl, it's amazing. Ain't nothing but God. You said that. Yes. I had got pregnant at an early age, called myself going to California. Well, I was 19 to take care of it. And by the time I got back to Reno, my mama was calling me, asking me, was I pregnant? And said that my grandmama said she seen a double heartbeat in my neck. And that's how she knew. And when I went to her house, because I know she see things, I had on all black, a black sweater like this red when I got on black. And I was probably only like about 6 weeks. But every one of her kids, she predicted, she'll say, don't go over there. Don't go down there. Baby, I'm telling you, that was just my grandma. What you say, you got it too? I have it also. It skipped over my siblings, and the youngest has it being me. Really? And it'll scare you sometime. It will scare you sometime. Don't you know, I started praying. I was like, Lord, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it just be this aura. I feel like this death spirit all around me. And I call my mother and I say, Mama, I would say, Mama, guess what? I said, somebody is supposed to leave here. The same way with my sister. My sister was sick, but she was not sick enough to die. She had took sick with lupus. And my brother had a baby that was sick in an intensive care. And one night I woke up, we had been to church and everything, and my sister, once you sick, all the friends leave. They don't want to stick around no more, especially if you're sick too long. Don't get sick and stay sick too long. You gonna know who your real friends is, baby. You gonna know who they're for you and who ain't. She was the one that drove everybody around, picked everybody up for school, took everybody to the club, but she was sick too long. That come from them eyelashes on my eye. And so her world just revolved around her family and us. And that's what we did, like they did with Mama Holla. We would take her where she needed to go, and hubble around her and stuff like that. Too bad, Facebook and stuff wasn't out then, because she would have been real good content, because she was something else and a beautiful girl too. And I was like the mother figure in her life, because you know how the parents let their last child get away with everything. And so she was rebellious, and preachers was always telling her a disobedient child will not live the length of their days. And I would always tell her, Wanda, you cannot talk to my mama and my daddy. Well, we say my mama and my daddy was hers too. And God, is gonna get tired of that. But she had got sick, where her world revolved around us. And so that morning, about 3 o'clock, I woke up and I had this like death spirit just around me. And I'm like, somebody is gonna die, somebody is dead. I said, because I can't shake it. I prayed, I turned on the Christian channel, I did everything trying to get rid of that feeling around me, and I could not shake it at all. And then because my mama twin sister used to own a mortuary, and we would go in the mortuary when we would go to Vegas and go through the back and look around and stuff. You know how you be curious and stuff, and especially if they got little kids and stuff back there, because Vegas, it was just a high crime rate, and they had a black mortuary down there. And so I couldn't shake it. And all of a sudden, I got, not that I tasted embalming fluid before, but I got the taste of it in my mouth where I started gagging. And I was like, oh my God. It tastes like it smells. So I got up, went to the bathroom, started spitting, and went back to bed and started praying. And I said, this feeling is not going away. I said, so I'm going to just sit myself up in the bed, watch a Christian channel, because I'm going to get a phone call. Set the phone beside me. I said, telling me that somebody is passed away. And I'm thinking it was going to be my brother's son, because he was already on life support. Never thinking it was going to be my sister. And because I had just seen her the day before. It was the day before Mother's Day. And my mother always slept with her because she had grandma seizures, to bring her up out of them. And that's what the lupus did, start causing her to have seizures. And my mother called me screaming. I was like, I already know. I've been expecting, waiting on this phone call. I got my kids up, went to my mom's house, and my mom just screaming and hollering, and I couldn't get any, sense out of her. So I'm automatically thinking it is my nephew, and my sister laying on her stomach, and she wanted to see my nephew a week prior, but we didn't take her down there because my brother and his wife was already going through it with my nephew being on life support, and then seeing my sister in the condition she in. You don't want to bring somebody else in that's sick. So I'm like, okay, my sister laying there, she feeling bad and upset because she never got a chance to see the baby and stuff. So I'm thinking it's my brother's baby. There's a person I knew whose son was molested by a man in his way to school, and I saw the whole thing. What? Months before it happened and years before. What you say, girl? Oh, you really got that gift. And see, that's why I tell people psychics is real. They just use it for the wrong thing. When you can use it for God and you can use it for the devil. But I got there, and my mother running around screaming. I couldn't get no sense out of her. The paramedics then came, the care flight then came and landed in the middle of the street. And my sister still laying there. My kids is laying on her legs because she laying on her stomach. And I'm like, and my mother lived in the suburbs. And I'm like, oh my God, my mama has got it going on up here. And I'm like, he was a baby. And he going to be back with the Lord. And my sister-in-law can have more kids. And that's what I'm thinking. Never, not for a minute, thinking it's my sister in the room. And my kids is laying across her legs. And the paramedic said, you think we need to give your mother something to calm her down? I said, yeah, give her something to calm her down. Because the helicopters then landed up in the street in these folks' neighborhood. The paramedic, police here. And I mean, she got it going on up in these folks' neighborhood. This is what I'm thinking. And they said, well, we got a call that somebody died. I said, well, not here. They ain't here. It's in California. And the man even told me, he said, from a seizure, and it's still not clicking, y'all, because she was not sick enough to die, to me. And all of a sudden, the Spirit of God say, go in the room. and pick your sister. Pick Wanda up. That was her name. That's her name. And when I raised my sister up, y'all, and her head flapped across my arm. Oh, that had to be one of the worst days of my life. My only sister. That was the worst day of my life. All I know is I took off running and the police picked me up like blocks away. But I had already seen it. I didn't know who it was. I'm just assuming how it happened. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's how my brother's son passed away. And they didn't think he was going to live. And to this day, he is 22 years old. They didn't had um, several heart surgeries. They said he'd never walk. Um, said he would be probably a vegetable, a whiz on the computer. But I'm here to let y'all know that my grandmother, I got that from my grandmother because she foreseen things like you, Tierra. Oh my God, girl, I prayed and asked God to take it away from me. Which say I saw this man walking around in an all black neighborhood. No one was paying attention to him while cholos and rioting was going on. This was the incident that happened when the New York cop the YT cops was dressed. So you saw all of that before it even happened. And that's why the Bible say, girl, we got to watch and pray. And that's why I tell everybody on here, get you a personal relationship with God so won't nothing sneak up on you. Because it's so easy for things to sneak up on us. And you know what? It's looking like something on my. We gonna have to be connected to God, y'all. We got to get connected with a higher power. We got to get connected with God. Because if we don't,
What do it here?
in the shower, we gonna be lost and messed up out here in these streets.
We got to fix my tooth again.
I'm telling y'all, all of this negativity on Facebook, but when I seen them two flowers, three all together, fall off the back of that cat, go and look at it. That thing disturbed me so bad. So watch these YouTube street and see. My mother tell you, I'm always telling her, I say, Mama, I'm telling you what I seen, what I know. And she didn't got to the point where she said, oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. But there's so many people out there that have that gift and that see things and stuff where it don't surprise you when it do happen because they dealing with they have didn't what Maria the one what Maria born with a veil over her eyes?
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking to one of my subscribers. She said she was born with a veil over her eyes, and that she see everything play out before it
No, you
even
didn't.
happened.
No, you
I
didn't.
was telling them that my grandmother asked my mama. I was telling her that my
I
grandmother,
ain't got my pieces on me.
oh, she she knew every one of her kids. When my daddy was in the hospital dying, and she was in the hospital bed at home dying, and had been in the bed like Mother Holla, but she had been in the bed for longer. And she told my auntie and told us, I already know. Where is Mitchell Lee?
Look in that closet and get her
I
clothes.
seen him last night.
Where's her shoes at? What the hell?
Because we was debating on putting her in a wheelchair, taking her up there to see my daddy to the hospital in ICU, because he was real close to her. He was one of the closest kids to her. And she didn't talk much, but that day she did. She said, I already seen Mitchell Lee. He came. And we was like, where you see him at? Where you see him at? She said, standing right over there with two of my other kids, and named off two of the other kids that had already passed. But y'all on YouTube and Facebook, let's start praying for each other and hold one another up in prayer, because this ain't the last content creator.
Ruby gotta get me her clothes. This all she got.
And it's sad to say, and I hate to say it, but it's coming. Just make sure your heart, mind, soul, body, and mind is right with God. Because he getting sick and tired of all this mess that's going on. I'm getting ready to get up off of here right now. And I enjoyed talking to you all. And Tierra, I really enjoyed talking to you. We have become one with the Father. We got to become one with Him. And we got to get in that safe place. We better pray and ask God to hide us in His bosom and put us in that safe place where the devil can't find us. It was such a pleasure talking to you, baby. And I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow, because I'm taking y'all to church with me. Hey. Mm, mm, mm. And I love you, Pink Hearts, and I'm praying for you. And don't forget to push like and share. And I'm back on Facebook. Follow me over to YouTube. Push like and share. Go and buy your badges. Send in your stars to help build this positive channel, so we can keep on being positive and sharing, because sharing is caring. And I love you all. Okay, G, I'll see you tomorrow too. I love you guys, and have a God blessed night.